What's up, guys? It's me Boxing, and today I'm going to be predicting the outcome of Adrien Broner versus Jovanie Santiago, which will be a 12-rounder in the super lightweight division. And this fight is going to be Saturday, February 20th, from the Mohegan Sun Arena in Uncasville, Connecticut. And this fight is going to be broadcasted on Showtime. And again, both fighters, Adrien Broner, fighting out of Cincinnati, Ohio, has a record of 33 wins, 4 losses, and 1 draw, with 24 wins coming by way of knockout. He is a 4-weight world champion. He won the WBO Super Featherweight World title, WBC Lightweight title, WBA Welterweight title, as well as the WBA Super Lightweight title. His losses come to the top. He lost to Manny Pacquiao, Mikey Garcia, Marcos Maidana, and Sean Porter, and he was able to drop Porter in the final round. And, he's been fighting the top for a while. That Maidana loss really took a lot away from him because he was trash-talking so much, and then he was able to get dropped twice and then lose on points. Much respect towards him. He's a very good fighter, very good trash talker, and he's always entertaining to watch. But one thing, his only draw is to Jesse Vargas, but he is coming off of about a 2.5-year layoff, or not a 2.5-year, about a 2-year and 1 month layoff, because he last fought Manny Pacquiao in January of 2019, and he did lose pretty badly. He was getting beaten by Pacquiao later on in the fight. The earlier rounds were a little more competitive, but Pacquiao started to come along and almost knocked Broner out, actually. He was beating him up on his feet and was just pounding him against the ropes. But then Broner stuck through. He's never really been stopped ever in his career. He's been dropped a few times, just like in the Maidana fight with that lead left hook of Maidana there. But to get into his opponent, Jovanie Santiago, he has a record of 14 wins, no defeats, with 1 draw and 10 wins coming by way of knockout. He's currently ranked number 93 by BoxRec. He has 1 draw to Marco Padilla, who was 2-0 at the time. He has a unanimous decision win over DeMarcus Chop Chop Corley, who is a former world champion, but who's way past his prime in his late to mid-40s. But he also has a knockout win over Juan Zagara, who was 16-0 actually, and that was his last fight, and he won by knockout in the first round. But just going back to Adrien Broner's resume, he beat Paulie Malignaggi, which is one of his best ones, and that was back when Paulie Malignaggi, even though it wasn't really in his prime, it was still around 2011, 2012. He also has wins over Ashley Theophane, Gavin Reese, and Antonio DeMarco, Khabib Alakadverdiev, and he also has that win over Adrian Granados. But the thing is, with these Latin American fighters, they could go rounds. And if Broner doesn't really land a shot, I could see this ending up like an Adrian Granados fight, but just not as close. Because I don't think Santiago has faced really anybody like that. Granados has been in with the top, even though in losing efforts, he's just fought everybody. But Santiago, I'm just not sure how he takes Broner's power shots. I could definitely see this fight going the distance and being a lopsided decision for Broner, if not a late stoppage win for Broner, just based off of Santiago getting stopped standing. But then Broner will definitely win this fight. I'm pretty sure this is like a 95-5 in favor of Broner. Santiago, they really pulled this guy out of the dust. And he's just a sort of stay busy fight for Broner, just as a comeback fight to just see where he's at. And this fight is really just to make sure that Broner looks good so he could fight for possibly a title fight in his next fight, or a title eliminator, or just a top opponent in general. I just think that Santiago is just not as skilled. I do think he has very good power, as in his last fight he really showed that against Zagara, but I just think Broner is too much. He's a 4-division world champion, he's been in with the top, and I just think he's going to outwork and outclass Santiago. So I think that Broner will likely get a stoppage win, and since it's a 12-rounder, I think he will get the stoppage win from rounds 8 through 12. I think Broner will just break Santiago down later on in the fight, and as the fight goes on, it's just going to get worse for him. So I could definitely see a corner stoppage, if not just a referee stopping him standing, or he could just get knocked out cold. Any which way, Broner will probably get the stoppage win in rounds 8 through 12. So overall, my final prediction is that Adrien Broner makes a successful comeback against Jovanie Santiago, and he will get the knockout win in rounds 8 through 12. And yeah, that's really it. I'm Boxing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.